I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Tripnic Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Tripnic Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Bang 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 bang. And then the ranks become repetitive again. And this time it's all about Ali Cup. It's up. You know it go. August 12 and 13 on the school grounds of Aggie Animal. If you don't know what that is, it's Excelsior High School, 137 Mountain View Avenue. Make sure you're there. It's a big day. Because guess what? The organizers, the man called Chris Bailey and the man called Sambo. Big up Zengabat, big up Fuba, big up all Excelsior people. Because you know, for the Excelsior person, you're Excelsior person. You know. Everybody big up. Make sure you're there. It's a big day, August 12 and 13. Ali Cup. Because Ali life, I feel live on. And from we say it have to go, so I saw it have to go. So all Excelsior people, big up. I remember, we start out with 8 teams. But remember, 4 forward. So 12 this year. So you know, next year it can be 24. So make sure you score. Daily rank say, big up, Ali Cup. August 12 and 13, 2022. Mad.
Greetings, and good morning. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am Manningsman, your host. Right, and it is a good day. We're going to have a next good one, a jam-packed one today in the 11 a.m. edition. We also have an evening edition of the show. And this evening's edition, we will have with us, hopefully, neo-sovereign laws and insights. He will be sharing some information with us. So that's our evening edition today. We're hoping, fingers crossed that can materialize for later today. All right, but today we're going to discuss some Reggae Girls, U20s, and matters concerning the JFF that we want to bring further clarity to. All right, as usual, want to welcome all of you for being a part of the platform, for joining Fresh God M10, all the other persons who are on, viewing. You have an interest, we appreciate that. We ask you to do 3 things for us, right? Once you come on, we ask that you like the video, number 1. Number 2, make sure that you subscribe and stay subscribed to the platform. And number 3, you have to share. If you can get one other person to subscribe, it helps with what we're doing. If each one gets one to join, to share, to be a part of this, it helps the I Am Sure brand. So today, I challenge you to get one more subscriber for I Am Sure Sports. All right? Like I said, that is a means of encouraging and helping us to continue the good work that we are doing. And I know that you appreciate the kind of work that we are doing on the platform. All right. Let me also say a big thank you to the sponsors of this video. Our sponsors are Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it the most. You can call Prestige Finance at 876-884-7390. They are located in Linstead, St. Catherine, Jamaica, and they are offering loans of up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars with 0 to 4% interest rate, no processing fee, and same day processing. Also want to big up Launch Legacy, the Excelsior from Excelsior man out there, Patrick Reed. Launch Legacy is where they handle risk and they seek legacy. So for all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA, visit Launch Legacy at launchlegacy.com or call or text them at 647-989-0782. They will get your money to start working for you. All right. So again, big up IC Brownman Security jumping on to the platform. Big up Management How. We don't have no one. I said the youth will beat Blake Sunday night. No good. And is a USA runner a switch to Jamaica. Oh. Sunday night, no good. No good. No, I don't know that. I know that he was commended, man. Big race. I spoke about it for a little, right? But I know Coach Minzy and Unseen Sport, who are the track and field people, they cover some of those things. Yeah, man. His name is, I think, Hudson. Yeah. I Am Sure Sports. Big up Peso over there in Mobile. Them no fear them no day. That's what they say. Big up, yeah, man. So big up Peso. Thanks for joining. Christopher Carroll, bless up, sir, man. He says, as usual, enough respect and thanks for the wonderful job you're doing. Really appreciate all the love and support. Christopher Carroll, always supporting as a man of God, encouraging in the work. Big up Ryan LFC as well. Good youth out there. Lot of encouragement, like a brother to me in the industry. We always speak and find ways of encouraging and correcting, motivating, and inspiring each other to do better and improve on the work that we're doing. So big up yourself, Ryan. Hope you're having a wonderful day on the job. You understand me? Go on work that dough and let it flow in the POCKT, my brother, because the money is important. Yeah, to sustaining the family. All right. So I have some information that I want to share with you this morning. The U20 team has basically welcomed as well Balatelli, the man who have some insights like he's a coach when he speaks here. The expressions of a coach right there. But the under 20 team, because they're in the heights of competition, it's almost as if they have overshadowed the work that and the preparation of the female team over there in Colorado. So many of us are unaware of what is happening. I know that today, for example, the team is headed to Mexico for the beginning of the tournament and for their first game, and that first game will be played on Monday, the 4th. That's the day of the first game. And I know that many of you are unaware of what the preparation is like and what is going on. So let me see if I can give you a little bit of insight into what is happening over there. So firstly, I'm going to read an article that you may not have seen or read from the Jamaica Observer. And this is one of the few things we have heard from the head coach of the team. All right. And there's somewhere that I'm going with all of this, but I want to lay the context of the discourse so you can get a better understanding. All right. So this is in the Jamaica Observer. It is not written by Management. It was written on the 21st of June, which is 7 days ago. It says, amidst his disappointment, all right, it speaks about the fitness worry for the Reggae Girls, right? And this is head coach. Just want to make sure that I have the article here. Let me just read this little part here first. It says, amid his disappointment at players. All right, let me just go back to the top. And again, this is head coach Donaldson. One of the few times we have heard from him. All right. All right, there we go. It says, amidst his disappointment at the players' lack of fitness, interim Reggae Girls head coach Donaldson believes most things are on point as they continue to put measures in place to bid for a second consecutive FIFA World Cup qualification at the CONCACAF Women's Championship. All right. Though they are a mere 5 days into a 2-week pre-tournament camp in Denver, Colorado, Donaldson expressed satisfaction with the players' efforts so far, pointing out that the platform has been set up the ante over the next few days, to up the ante over the next few days, especially with that July 14 to 18 tournament in Mexico, now 2 weeks away. All right. Striker Trudy Carter and midfielder Chenelu Asher, who are both still in club competition in Lithuania and Sweden, respectively, are the only players yet to join the group for the camp, made possible by the Bob and Rita Marley Foundation and the Cedella Marley Football is Freedom initiative. I think the ladies are good. They are working hard and having fun with it. Most of the players are in now. We are just waiting for 2 more players to come in, and then we can really push ahead. But it's been competitive so far. The players' response has been first class, and I'm really pleased with the progress, Donaldson told Jamaica Observer ahead of another session on Monday. Fitness is not the greatest. It's good, but it's not where it should be, and that's the only disappointment I have. That some of our players are not as fit as they should be coming in, and we are hoping the time we have left is enough to get them there. So our focus right now is certainly on getting them much fitter, as well as to sharpen up on our organization and the transition game, because those have to be good. So from top to bottom needs to tighten up, he added. Donaldson, who was recently appointed replacement for Vin Blaine, who was forced to resign after falling out of favor with the majority of the players, has so far tested the players' mettle with a game, listen to this, against real Colorado under 20 women's team. The game ended in a 2-2 stalemate. Our senior girls played an under 20 team, club team, and the game ended 2-2. Let me say that again. We have played one practice game, and that was against Real Colorado under 20 women's team, and that game ended 2-2. The under 20 female team of Real Colorado scored on our senior team twice. However, what stood out for the tactician and his assistant, listen to the assistant, Alicia Whitehead, Aka Lakhani, Lori Thomas, and Xavier Gilbert, was the fact that the players dug deep throughout the game mere hours after arriving in Denver's high altitude. We threw them in the fire right away because that game was shortly after they got off the flight and they didn't realize how good these young American players are. So it was a good game for them to hit the ground running, adjust to the altitude, which is a lot worse here than they are expected to face in Mexico, Donaldson explained. So to me, that was good because the girls were determined to get it done. Yesterday, Sunday, we looked much stronger. They were nice and relaxed and it was more fun, but it was still competitive. So like I said earlier, the only thing lacking is a bit of fitness, he noted. Donaldson, who along with Hugh Menzies and fellow assistant Andrew Price led the girls to the historic FIFA World Cup appearance in France 2019, welcomed the return of midfielder Havana Solon, goal scorer at the 2019 showpiece, and left back Denisha Blackwood from injury. However, he said trainers Will Hitzelsberger and Jason Boudreaux Henry, along with masseuse Devin Lawson, are working assiduously to have Solon at her optimum. Want to listen? All right. Then Blackwood was a surprise for me. She looks really good and sharp, and I am happy with her where she is now. Havana is still working through some stuff, but the staff is working with her. She's knocking some ball around, but she's not playing yet. All right? We're going to play to qualify for the World Cup. We have called up a player who is not playing up to the time of this article. We have a game on Monday. So we'll see how she will respond over the coming days, Donaldson said. He also spoke highly, listen to this, of Liverpool midfielder Jade Bailey. Listen to this, people, who is still awaiting her passport. You hear that? Jade Bailey is still awaiting her passport. Atlanta Primus of London City Lioness, Paige Bailey Gale of Leicester City Women, goalkeeper Rebecca Spencer of Tottenham, and former Chelsea star Drew Spencer, who is now headed for Tottenham. Racing Louisville defender Satara Murray and Excelsior, Van Zanten of the University of Notre Dame are the other players who are new to Donaldson's leadership. They are fine players, very professional. So much so that it seems like we have known each other for a while. Based on how we are gelling as a unit off the field, and we are hoping to keep that going on the field of play as we seek to increase the tempo and push a little bit over the next few days. So these players certainly add value to the team, and I think once all falls in place, we will be really good, the former national representative stated. That said, Donaldson faces no easy task at the end of the camp next Tuesday, as he will have to cut the current squad of 26 down to 23 that will carry the country's hope of another FIFA World Cup appearance in Australia and New Zealand next year. Right? Jamaica. Reggae Girls are joining Group A alongside World Cup champions United States, host Mexico, and the neighbors Haiti for the tournament in Monterrey. We have an inter-squad game tomorrow, which is today, and that will be good for them in battle for position. And we also have a game on Friday, and then we will go from there. It is no secret that we have some depth in the squad. And not only that, but this is a very confident group with a hunger and desire to succeed. And I think they are going to bring it. But again, fitness will be a crucial factor, and we are going to see if we can play as a unit. All right? We're getting the pieces together in all facets of the game is concerned, so we are looking forward to it, Donaldson said. Upon selecting the final squad, Donaldson and the team will journey to Mexico for a second camp from July 28, which is today, to June 28 to July 2nd. The girls will face Mexico, right? The top two from each group will qualify directly, while third place will qualify in addition to the group, right? So the squad is, and this is where they're going to take out 3 persons, right? Of course, you know that Tiffany Cameron is out already, right? She was cut from the squad, all right? But some very telling things in that article, right? Jade Bailey looks like she's going to be cut from the squad. And that is because she has not yet gotten a passport and team needs to be registered. So that means Jade Bailey doesn't appear as if she's going to participate. Chenelu Asher is out with COVID. And Trudy Carter, like the article says, is not at the camp and is flying straight to Mexico to meet up with the team. Kayla McCoy is injured. Havana Salon is also not playing any football yet. These things to me are cause for concern. And my hope is that the coaching staff can get this thing together before Monday. We lose against Mexico, it becomes extremely difficult. Let me say it again. If you take out Jade Bailey, Chenelu Asher, and there is no Marla Sweatman, and Kayla McCoy is injured, who is going to play in our defense? Yeah. Right? So, I don't know. There are players in the camp with COVID. I don't know what is happening. I don't know. Like I said, Havana has not fully recovered, yet she is still being kept and being treated. Remember, she has not been playing in football for an extended period of time. Is this the wisest thing to do? No, I'm not a coach. I don't know these things. Just an ordinary little man on YouTube. Right? So, what can I say? What can I say, people? What say you? Oh, Parky, let me just get some of your comments, and then I have something else. Just get in this as well. So let me get some comments. I think I was right here. Bless up, be a blessing. Lovely. Neo, so this evening can work. Let me know, we can put that thing together. All right, we can put our show together. All right, I have something else to read to you. Now I understand why they're going to camp at Colorado. If anyone been to Colorado before, you know the altitude there will be challenging, similar to Mexico altitude. Yeah, man, bless up, Parky. We don't have the final squad yet. I know you asked that question further down. That doesn't make any sense. Don't call her if she hasn't fully recovered it. There you go, fresh God. So there is some things happening, but again, it has been overshadowed by the U20 men's team. All right. No, not yet. As soon as I get it, I will post the squad. But like I said, Tiffany Cameron is out. I know that Chenelu Asha has COVID. Through the Carter is traveling to Mexico. I understand. So there are some issues. All right. So no, it is not. It is not. No. That is Emilio and Bottlehead. They call him. All right. I don't think Neil will be able to do the show later. So we'll see. Hustler music, big up. Travis Spencer says, sad to say, I want the female team not to qualify based on what I heard of Tiffany Cameron not in the squad. I wouldn't say that, Peso. I wouldn't, no matter what decisions are made, I still want the team to qualify. Brian says here that, Manning, there is no excuse, no cause for concern, boss. These players are all full professional players, and they got a coach that is qualified enough to coach them. Everything is solid, my boss. No worries. I will take your word for that, but we will see. We will see. All right. So we also have some news from the senior Reggae Boys, and then we're going to talk about the U20s. This is an article in the Star today, and credit must be given to the writer. It says the Star has been reliably informed that the Jamaica Football Federation is now actively searching for a new head coach after talks between the organization and interim coach Paul Hall have reportedly broken down. It is understood that the JFF hierarchy became upset with Hall after he reportedly threatened to resign after tensions between the Reggae Boys and the JFF because of mishandled flight arrangements for the team's return to Kingston. This was after Jamaica's 1-1 draw in Suriname in the CONCACAF Nation League on June 4th. The incident resulted in players demanding the resignation of General Secretary Dalton Wint. The team said it would not play the return leg of the game in Kingston on June 7 if Wint was not removed from the role. He has since promised to give in to their demands to leave the role. However, no official letter has been submitted. A source at the JFF told the Star that the JFF official felt disrespected that Hall decided to stand in solidarity with the players on their ultimatum, leading them to look at other candidates for the role permanently. All right. This is June 28th. Today. All people, every article that I have read, I have given the date. I have not made any assertions. I have not made any assertions. All I have done is read from the articles. If any of you have any different information, all you have to tell me is that Man in His Man, the observer, is incorrect. All I am doing is reading. See there? This is not Man in His Man speaking. I hope you can see it. I'm reading the articles. So don't blame me. I am just the messenger. All right? Hall 49 was a member of Jamaica's team that qualified for the FIFA World Cup in France 1998 and previously served in an assistant coach's role with the Reggae Boys. He was then appointed on an interim basis in December after then head coach Theodore Whitmore's dismissal. He led the Reggae Boys in the Nations League to a 3-1 victory over Suriname on the 7th and then a 1-1 draw at home in Mexico on June 4th. His contract expires at the end of the month. The Stars sought a comment from Hall and JFF President Ricketts, but calls to both persons went unanswered. Jamaica will next be in action against Mexico in their return leg game in March 2023. All right. So let me read a comment because people start telling me to check articles and where we get this. I'm reading people. I'm not a madman. All right. I'm reading articles. First responder says, agree with Neil. Travis Special here. IT Push says, that is still news. Reggae Boys. All right. All right. She didn't sign the letter. You sure, Peso, that she didn't sign it, or she did sign it? She did sign it, Peso, I believe. Moran Gordon will be the national senior men's team head coach. Nothing like that. That won't happen. They said the talks are broken down. I don't know if that means that he's sacked. Manins, first, please bear the timeline of this article you have read. Can you confirm that Jade hasn't received her passport? Because I'm hearing. So, give us your name. Our house music can confirm to the Jamaican public that Jade Bailey. So, our house music has confirmed right now that Jade Bailey has her Jamaican passport. All right. So, thank you so much for confirming that. Really appreciate the confirmation because we want her to play. So I'm glad that you can give us that confirmation that she has her passport. The article said differently, and if you can tell us that, then we are happy because we all want her to be a part of this team. So congratulations, Jade. We are so happy that you can travel with the team and you have your Jamaican passport. So we look forward to you starting in the starting 11 because you're definitely one of those players that we need in the starting 11 for this competition. Certainly we do. All right. All right. So now you see why the JFF main players love Tapper. Big up yourself, Paul Hall. All right. The coach stand with the players and this is what he got. Boo, JFF. See, I tell you people last week, yeah, Ryan has been saying this as well. Yes, a new coach is coming for the boys. Oh, worst case scenario, Baby Swaby slots into midfield alongside Primus and Bailey. Satra or Van Simple replaces in her defense. Okay. Worst case scenario, Baby, yeah, slots into midfield alongside Primus and Bailey. Satra or Vanessa Simpson replaces her in defense. All right, cool, cool. But I am happy that she has her passport, sir. We want her. We want her to receive her passport. So if you are confirming that she have her passport, Ryan, text me and tell me, no man. I don't know what the new coach. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue who's the new coach. There's no money to hire anyone. Maybe Donaldson will take over. No, really? King Job, JFF doing some madness. The team is looking up with Hall and then do this. Duppy Dan Vivo. Tell Neville he left TV and come coach youths. People might assume the article was published when in fact it came out, I think, last week. A lot of dynamics might have changed since. Sir, with all due respect, I said it. When I read the article, I gave the date of the article. I gave the newspaper it is in. I gave the time of the article. In the article, it spoke about them playing the game. I don't know where people going to get assumed. When I gave the date, and I gave that for both articles, with all due respect, I gave the date and the time of the articles. Come on, don't do me that, man. You make it sound like I'm not supposed to read this. That's what you basically tell me. Don't read the article. I just read an article and I gave the date. I gave credit to the people who published it. I gave the date. I gave the newspaper that it is from, both of them. I said in a Jamaican Observer article posted, and I gave the date. Who will be the coach? Only I don't have a clue. Ryan says he knows. Well, he didn't say he knows. He's asking me. Yeah. I agree with you, sir. Anyway, I getting so many. Yeah. So this evening, right? Just want you to know, this evening we're gonna have on Neo at 7. Our show will be at 7 this evening with Neo. All right. At 7 this evening, around that time, we're gonna start. So basically, JFF want a coach that is only supporting them. Well, any coach who isn't with the players, we're gonna have more problems. Hall have options like Tapper, who I think was with the players, too secretly. People stop call up Neverbell name about football. The national level, he's not interested because he is fear of flying on planes. Yeah. Oh, you're not confirmed. I said I have heard differently. Okay. All right. Okay. So, okay. All right. So you're saying that you don't know that she have. I thought you were saying that she have it because the article said she didn't, and then you're basically saying that I need to basically be careful what I'm reading because I may give the wrong impression, which is suggesting that what I'm reading could be wrong, and give the timeline, which I already did. And I'm saying if you have other information, please present it. That is what it is about. I have to go by the information because I did not materialize or germinate the information. I saw it in the newspaper article. I have done my checks, and as far as I know, and I have heard, she is not in possession of a Jamaican passport. You have heard differently. So we will see. We will see. All right, but I also said other things. So can you confirm with us? Is Havana okay? Because the article said that she's going through all kind of treatment and she has not kicked a ball. Is she okay? Can you also because we spoke about Asha who has COVID. Can you give us any information on that? We spoke about the fact that Trudy Carter was not a part of the camp, as the article said. Can you give us any information on that? Because sometimes I feel like when it comes on to the female program, we're not supposed to say anything. When it comes on to learn Donaldson, we're not supposed to say anything. We're supposed to just shut up and watch. But we can criticize anybody else in football. But when it comes to Jamaica female football, we're not supposed to say anything about the coaches, the players, the team. Because if we say anything, I haven't said anything bad, I feel like, come on, man. Let me go there so with it. I'm going to read what is in the newspaper. And if somebody says it's not so, then it is not so. That's fine. But I read the article. That's what the article says. She doesn't have a Jamaican passport. If you know differently, present the information to us. And we will gladly read it because we want her to be in the side. We have picked her a starting 11 with her being a part of it. All right? So people have something else that I need to share with you. All right? So let me go ahead. All right. So this is so yesterday we spoke about an issue with the SDF suspending, not canceling, the monthly subvention of $3.5 million to the JFF. Excuse me. And that is apparently because there was an arrangement where the JFF should have paid back portions of the money used for the chartered flight. Right? Right. So the JFF did not fulfill their side, their part of the deal, and therefore, because of that, the SDF, they have held on to the monthly subvention. So in this, Christopher Williams' name got involved. All right. I'm going to take a call and then I'm going to come back to your people. Be a blessing.
Hey, blessing, my brother. How are you today?
I am doing well, I'm doing well. Yeah, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I didn't. I just started listening to your program and I didn't get the full details of the article with Paul Hall. Can you tell me what's going on, if that's okay?
Yeah. So there's an article in the Star. Here's what I'm going to do, people. I'm going to make it a whole lot easier for you. I'm going to put the article in the comment section so you can read it for yourself. It is basically saying that talks between the JFF and Paul Hall have broken down and they're looking for a new head coach.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, Paul Hall is not going to be the coach based on the article because the JFF has taken exception. Yeah. Yeah. They took exception to the position that Paul Hall took, as stated in the article, that he stood in solidarity with the players over the whole travel arrangement. So that's
right.
To summarize the article, that's basically what he's saying. So the hierarchy of the JFF, which I think would and could include the technical. No, I'm not calling anybody's name because anything we're going to call, you can call him. Which would include
I had a technical director on him top there.
No, he's not the technical director. Which would include the technical committee and the board of directors. Because that is the hierarchy. The hierarchy is not just one, it's not the technical committee. The hierarchy is the board of directors, the board members, and the technical committee. So it is at that level, I think. But go ahead, you were saying something about Rudolph Speed.
Well, everyone comment on them, yeah, man. Everyone calling him no more. It just fed up where the man start out to do something good and then them are going to get rid of the man. Because you know why them should have keep the man? The man can relate to the English player them better. And most of the good players them come from England. So why would you want to move a man like that?
Yeah, and also there's a very interesting comment by Neil, which is could have serious implications, right? So it says, is the JFF biting the hand that feeds them? Because Fitzroy Simpson is Paul Hall's agent. And Simpson
Oh,
also
yeah.
is partnering with Business to Sports on the new Adidas kit deal for the JFF. Is it that that deal has been completed and Paul Fitzroy, you understand me? You can think like if this is how they deal with his client, could the agent then muddy the waters for the Adidas deal, or is it that the deal has been signed and sealed and it cannot be reversed?
Boy. Them know what them are do, man. They're very strategic in their timing, you know. Them know we not have no game until next year, March. So, I mean, I tell you.
Yeah.
Tell
So I've put the link for the article in the comment section. So if you want, you can read it. It's not long. It's in the Star newspaper, so you can just go on.
And that,
Yeah.
and that's today's Star, right?
Yes, today's Star. It came out in today's Star.
Okay.
But it's in the comment section. So once you go in the comment section, you will see it in there. You can just take it and then you can just read it through and then, see what you get from it.
All right, man. Thanks for taking my
Yeah,
call.
man. Every time be a blessing. All right.
Cool.
All right. All right. Neo. All right. Neo, see you sent like an article. I won't be able to capture it in that way. You probably would have to send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. So that is what is happening on that front. I find this very troubling. Troubling to say. CC Sport Lab is saying that Star not credible still, is a tabloid newspaper. Well, normally the Star get the sports part right. It's normally the news part. Okay, so Ryan is saying the Adidas deal is done, which means that whatever happens here, it won't affect the Adidas deal. So yeah, interesting time. And I think Our House Music is saying that he's just saying he's suggesting that he doesn't know that Jade Bailey has her passport. He's saying that things could have changed. Right? Things could have changed. But I would love for you to tell us, because is Havana up and running? If you could give us some insight on that, because that is important. Does Asher really have COVID? Is Kayla McCoy injured? Was Trudy Carter absent from the camp and heading to Mexico? If you could tell us that, because these are the things we read. We don't have any internal sources to find out these things. So you probably have better information on these things. And we want to ensure that we create a transparent and open space, and also to create positive energy around the girls. So if these dynamics have changed and you are aware, you can just text me, WhatsApp me, because I'd love to present them to the people. All right. Man, the truth is there's no organization who want a member of staff that openly stands against them. Okay. So you're saying that the fact that Paul Hall, but did Paul Hall openly stand against the JFF, or was it privately? Because we have not heard anything from him to suggest that he is for the players and against the federation. Publicly, we have not heard, in fairness to Paul Hall, we have not heard any public utterance in that regard. It is alleged that he took that position in solidarity with the players, but we really did not, or we have not heard anything publicly about him. So I wouldn't say he publicly, you understand me? I wouldn't say he publicly stood with the players or opposed the JFF. I don't think he did. It may have been privately stated, which is probably the best way to handle it. The camp is over. Shouldn't the final squad be made public by now? Listen, here's how I feel, right? Here's how I feel. I feel like when it comes on to the girls program, like I said, I feel like you're not supposed to. Like if you ask, you're not supposed to ask for the squad. You're not supposed to question. You're not supposed to. The coaches don't have to do anything. That's how I feel. I feel like the female squad is an untouchable kind of a squad. Don't say anything about them, and that's always been the sentiment. And the football, you know, open and public space. So you can't do that. We can't do that. All right. Big up Walada for life, a big side. If this means a new coach, I am sure Sports look for all press conferences to cut from the public. Them are gonna do it with 1 and 2 of them friends. Okay. And Havana, 50% is better than most at 100%. Okay. So you're suggesting that it is better for us to carry an injured player. All right. That's your opinion. I hear you. All kind of calls coming in. I'm not sure you want to go live, you know. So people, if you're calling me, I need to make sure. I'm very sure that person don't want to go live, you know. Hey, this is Management. You're live on air, and I am sure Sports. Do you want to be live, my friend?
Yes, Pastor.
Oh, I did. Oh, Sir Oxford.
Yeah, man, never Oxford. Yeah, man. We have been a press launch for the Fast Players Association. We are now unofficial. All right, can you call me back? I sound like I get credit. Can you call me back?
Man. You're going to go, I'm live on the air, you know.
Okay. We have been the press launch next Tuesday at the...
All right, so let me call you back right now when you tell me about it.
Yeah, okay, go.
All right. So that's my historian friend right there, Neville Oxford, elder statesman. You know, whenever I want stories on the history of the Jamaica football, he's the man I talk to. So I'm going to call him so he can tell us what is happening. You can get some information. Yes. So Kingston College legend, Jamaica legend. Yes,
yeah, man.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we are now a fully registered non-profit organization. The name is the Jamaica Football Past Players Association.
Jamaica.
And we are having football.
Yes.
Football Past Players Association, a fully non-profit organization, fully registered.
Okay.
So we have been a press launch on Tuesday at the JFF.
Tuesday at the JFF?
Yeah, 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
So I wouldn't mind if you can make it or you send one car.
Yeah, man, not a problem. We'll get.
So, yeah, man. So, you know, as you've been, you know, telling me working myself and Mikey Solo, and why unfortunate then died the other day.
Yeah, man.
But so I'll let you know. So, okay, sir?
Yes, all right. But I'll be there on Tuesday.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right.
All right.
So you're keeping good?
Keeping good.
Another historian, congratulations, you win under 15.
Under 14, yeah, man. Big school.
Yeah.
The grade 1738.
Yeah, man, I'm glad, yeah.
Yeah.
I talked to one of your mentor, Dr. Foot, you know.
Dr. Foot, yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, man.
All right, then, blessings. All right. So finally, people, the Jamaica Football Past Players Association has been officially formed and launched. All right, just getting a text here that Trudy arrives in Mexico today. Asha is suffering from COVID, but still has time to recover. Mackay is injured, but I don't think it rules her out completely. I'm not saying Oh, but I'm saying is we have to get things right, fixing the little things that the coach mentioned in his interview. Okay, I see what I mean. Okay, all right. So, all right, let me just see. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that because we want to make sure we give clarity to things. All right, TikTok. Can I get the source? I'm not giving you. I'm not giving you no source. Here's what I want you to do. You came on. I'm going to go back to it. You challenged me that what I said about no plans were in place for the Jamaica versus. We have to deal with that first. You discredited me, right? And say that we hate Jamaica. Those were your words. You included even, I think, Coach's Desk and vloggers. You have to present to me information that prove that what I said about no plans being in place if Jamaica had lost the game against Antigua. You went on and said we weren't expected to lose. We asked you about were there plans for the Haiti game. You said that I don't even remember what the answer was. I want to ask you, what are the plans? Because if you try to discredit someone, you must present evidence to show that you have the correct information. And I will say it to you again. If you want to know about the SDF situation, it's very simple. Call anyone at the JFF. I am not giving you no article. Call the JFF and ask them. Or call Mr. Denzel Wilkes at the Sports Development Foundation. He will speak to you. I'm giving you a name. He will speak to you. Call and ask him if you can speak to Mr. Denzel Wilkes and ask if there is a suspension. Because you seem to be the only person in Jamaica that is unaware of this. So seeing that you're unaware, I'm giving you the SDF, and I'm also saying to you, call Mr. Michael Ricketts, Mr. Rudolph Speed, or Mr. Bruce Gaynor. You can call any one of them. Call Mr. Earl Bailey. Call anyone at the JFF. Call one of the parish presidents. Call Mr. Danny Beckford. Call Mr. Everton Tomlinson. Sheridan Samuels. Call them and ask them. Call them. And if they say otherwise and say it is not so, you come back and I told you that if they deny it and say it is not so, I told you that I will come off social media for 3 months. That's what you need to do. So I'm sending you to the persons. What you need to do for me is to present us with information that said what we said about the U20 team was inaccurate. And what tangible evidence you have is that we hate Jamaica, because those were your words, very strong words. Management, if you were the coach, what would you do? All right. All right. Here's what I'll do. Here's what I would do. I would let the players know, listen, I agree with you. You must demand what is best for you. But I also, because of the position that I am in, I must also honor the people who employ me. I have to say to them, listen, I think the player demands these things, they should get it, and I'm in a very difficult position. How do I let them feel like I'm against them and they still play for me? I respect what they stand for, and I want to work as the in-between person to get it done. In other words, I'm not picking any sides, because player come and player go. But I'm going to let them know that I stand with them. That's how I would have navigated it. That's me. All right. Bless up, Ishi. the JFF really trouble the coach and the players with, the players seem to rate house, so this could cause more trouble with the players and the JFF. Yeah. Paul Hall made a mistake. He should be a man and apologize and get the negotiation going again. How do you know that he has not apologized though? You speak with this level of absoluteness, like you're the authority and all truth. How do you know that he has not? You don't, like, I'm trying to figure out. Like, anyways, I'm going to take one more comment from. We're not carrying Cameron, who should be ready in 10 days. Could it be that now that the kit deal is secure, they feel freer to get rid of all? Maybe the two things are unrelated. Even if they are, what does it mean for the future relationship with Simpson? Did you read the CONCACAF tournament rule? It states that after group stages, plans, travel arrangements should be. It states that after group stages, plans, travel arrangement should be made. Here's what you're, let me say it again, my friend. There was a possibility that Antigua could have won the game. A group stage game. If that had happened, now we are past that. If that had happened, it would simply mean that Jamaica would have been eliminated and would need to leave. I am saying to you, and maybe they could make travel arrangements that day to get the players on planes to go wherever. I am saying to you that there was no evidence that there was any planned arrangement. If you remember, there was a reason why all the players could not travel together to go to the tournament. Some because of passport issues. So, in returning, if all of them are coming back to Jamaica, they are traveling different routes and different ways and means. There were no such plans. You must also remember, TikTok, that it was people, especially for the players out of England, it's person from within this space that got them to Jamaica, not the Jamaica Football Federation. So we know what their travel plans were to come to Jamaica. We also know, Mr. TikTok or Miss TikTok, that those players from England had no plans after the Antigua game. You have other information. All you have to do is stop asking questions and speaking things. Show us the evidence that there are travel arrangements in place for Thursday morning for the Jamaica national team, under 20 team, if they were to lose against Dominican Republic. Or are you suggesting that we are expected to beat them so we don't need to make travel plans? If that is the case, then say that. The coach is in the same position. I think that was saying he was a player. Man is man, you were going on about travel plan when we weren't out of, and was, what was that? This, like, all right, people, I'm going to take one more comment from this person. After this, one of you need to speak to him because I don't want to be rude. TikTok, when you go into any tournaments with youth, when it gets to elimination stages, there has to be plans. Simply put. Simply put. All right? So, So CONCACAF don't allow you to make travel plans until you're out of the competition. Okay, that's the CONCACAF rules. So you're saying that the plane that was there for Antigua to bring home the Antiguans the morning after, that happened the morning after. And if Jamaica, this is what we're asking you. If Jamaica were out that morning, there would have been a plane there. That's what you need to answer. Just say yes. It's a yes or no question. There was a plane there to take home the Antiguans after Jamaica knocked them out. Are you suggesting then? And if you are, that if Jamaica had lost that night, by the morning, there would have been plans for the players. Is that what you're suggesting? Yes or no? And the argument done. If you're saying yes, then we are wrong and you are right. If you're saying to me Jamaica would have got a plane there to take the players back to Jamaica on a chartered flight, then you are right and we are wrong. So just answer yes to that or no. Simple. And the argument is done. Right? Answer that. If Jamaica had lost Antigua, the Jamaica Football Federation would have mobilized a plan to get a chartered flight right there to bring the players back to Jamaica. Yes or no? Because that is the crux of the matter. That is it. So answer yes or no to that question. All right, so that's the last comment from you for now. So somebody is going to have to respond to you. All right. All right. So here's people. Some of the things I can't listen. I am not a Mexican. I am not a Canadian. I am not an Antiguan. I am a Jamaican. Everywhere in the world have issues. Every team in the world have issues. I am a Jamaican. I am here to talk about Jamaica's issues. Talking about the issues affecting Jamaica is not denying that other nations have issues. I don't understand. It's like people don't want us to. What you want us to do? Lock down all of the YouTube channels? Why we don't call? I want all of you to mobilize yourself. Call TVJ, call CVM, and tell them to lock down their channels, lock down their companies, because Jamaica is not the only country that have crime, and all they're talking about a crime in Jamaica. So need to stop operating. Is it that we're supposed to stop talk about Jamaica and look at the American female team and talk about those people? If we did that, you same people would be saying that we don't talk about Jamaica. What are we supposed to talk about? We have to talk about Jamaica. This is the team that we support and the team that we love. I don't care what happened with the English team or the Brazilian team. I care what happened with Jamaica's team. So I'm going to find out what is happening, good and bad, with Jamaican teams. Because they are the teams I want to win and go through. So this idea that we're supposed to, we're acting like a Jamaica alone have issues. We are not picking up the issues of other places. We are picking up Jamaica's issues. And truth is, when you guys call TV station and radio station, you need to tell them to shut down their stations. You need to call TVJ and CVM and tell them to shut down their news thing. Because when you come on the YouTube platforms, you come on here as if vloggers are the only one out there talking about what is happening in Jamaica. Every day I watch the news, I hear about people being killed and murdered. How many of you call your newsrooms and tell them when they have their programs and they talk about issues in the football, they are respected. But when you see the vloggers on the platforms and they talk about the issues, we're not supposed to talk about it. We're supposed to come out here and say, listen, Jamaica is the best football team. Our under-20s are perfect. Oh, they are so good. Our female team are good. They have no problems. That's what we're supposed to do. So there you have it. People, everything is fine with Jamaica's football. We have the greatest under-20 team. We have the greatest national team. Is lucky Mexico lucky? You know who, Andre? We have star players. We have the best coach. We have the best federation. Nothing is wrong with our football. You understand me? The people with issues is the United States. So we're going to start doing videos about United States of America. We're going to start doing videos because nothing is wrong in Jamaica. Everything is perfect. We just bad mind Jamaica. We are bad mind in our own country. So we know to talk about it. Is that what you want to hear? Come on, people. We have to talk about Jamaica. Jamaica we're talking about. This is where we are from. So don't get extreme on us. When good things happening, everybody talk about the team progressing. But the team don't look good. The team don't look good. We have to do that. Everybody have issues. All over the world, man. Look how much crime going on over the world, man. A whole state, bull ring, what they call it, the bull riding thing, rodeo thing, or the bull riding thing in Colombia thing, stadium collapse. Should we talk about that? Like you guys come out and set up like it is the reason why Jamaica football is failing is because people have YouTube platforms now talking. Our football has been failing from the beginning. We act like somehow vloggers, YouTube come and talk about football. They are the problems. We are not the problem. If the JFF was doing things right, you understand me? If the JFF was doing things right, TikTok, we don't talk to you, TikTok. Me talking about a message when I get on my phone. Cause you're not really wise. Yeah. Hey. You understand me? TikTok comes on, for example, and he doesn't talk. He said that the coach is wrong. The coach is wrong. So the JFF is right and the coach is wrong. The JFF is right and the players are wrong. The SDF stopped the money. He said the JFF is right. The JFF is right not to pay back the money. You want to know how the money works, TikTok? Come and discredit this too. Let me give the people. All right. Listen to this text, people. Come not call the person name out of respect. No, but how come the positives around the teams are rarely highlighted? Let's hear the good in the camp, the positive. I'd love to hear some of that alongside the negativity. You know what is funny for this person? You ask how many persons in this platform talk up. You ask the people in the JFF and they will tell you, that boy, man is man always pick up for them. Watch this. There are people in this space who thinks that I am a JFF agent. Nobody has torn down our female team. So when you send me texts about the people supposed to be talking about the positives, about talking about the positive about our national team, give me the positive, the person who texts, tell me the positives that we should talk about, except that the team has progressed. Our U20 teams have progressed. Tell me the positives that you have seen from our play. We have highlighted players. People came out and said Christopher Pearson played well. People came out and said the goalkeeper need to be in the national team. You guys have selected memory or something? Right? All along, when there was no football, you go on all the platforms. People talking about Tiffany Cameron's success, Bunny Shaw's success. Talk about the U20 girls, how we supported them, do interviews with them, interviews with the under 17. Where were all of you? Where were all of you talking about great jobs, YouTube vloggers? Great job, Ryan, with the interview Tiffany. Great job, Simon Preston. Great job, Coach Minzy. Great job, Formula. Great job, Talawa. None of you are there. But the moment we begin to speak about something wrong, all of you come and ready to attack. Where were you? Where were you when people, ordinary people, raised how much thousands of US dollars to get players from England to come and represent the under 20? Where were you to say, well done to you people? Where were you when Devon Port and Ian Campbell and all of these people are helping the players get their documentation? Where were you when Ketaraka drive up and down all about town? Where were you to come on and commend the vloggers? Where were you? You tell me one of the under 20 games when you hear I come out and we don't talk about the team. You think we watch along because we want to cuss the players? Where were you when we were sending voice notes to them to encourage them? Where were you? Where were you when we have people in these spaces on their Instagram checking them out and following up them? Encouraging. Where were all of you? Don't come with these things on the platforms, man. Don't act like because call the TV stations. Because I can tell you this. If it was not for people in these spaces, many of them are on the platform today, none of the players from England would be in this U20 team. All right? All we did with the females is read 2 articles. Read 1 article from the Observer and 1 article from the Star. Nobody said anything negative about the girls. Nobody. We only read what the coach said. So how are we being negative if we read the article? That's what I want to know. Yeah. No people, me done with TikTok long time, and you see TikTok look like you know seeing man. Me done with TikTok. Me just talk to some other people because there's this idea that vloggers are the cause of Jamaica footballing problems. We're having problems long before. Long before. You remember before you start seeing vlogs, there were players striking long before vlogging started on sports. It's not a new thing. We had a period when our female football was dead long before vlogging. The biggest supporters and the group that have drawn the most funds and kept the people active has been these channels. If it were not for many of these channels, many football-loving fans would have walked away from football during the pandemic. It is the engagement of channels like these that has kept them. You think that is the issue? Wait until Neo come on. And I want to, I want you to come on. I want you to come on TikTok, and I want you to come on when Neo is on. In fact, I want you to go on Neo's Sovereign Laws and Insight. Watch that video because we're going to dive into it. And tell us what has happened to the Reggae Boys trademark. That's what I want you to tell us about. TikTok, I want you, for example, to tell us about what has happened with the resignation. TikTok, I want you to tell us about why is this, did Star just said it? Why the Paul situation is this way. TikTok, I want you to tell us why the players have not been paid. Why Paul has not been paid. Tell us those things. Why the subvention stopped. Tell us those things, or come out and say it is not so. But people, let's move on to some U20 stuff. All right. So we have Dominica Republic tomorrow. Dominica Republic. I think no man, you know, so them can't people, you know, realize me. People not me tell already, so me stop follow that young lady, you know. Me don't talk to. I won't even mention her name again. You know, I won't even block her. I won't read her comments. So I would say to you, just ignore her, because that's what I'm doing. I'm not responding to her, man. I move on. I just other things that I respond to. Me finish with her a long time, man. I've done with her. I've spoken to her already and I've addressed her. So I'm way past her now. You have to allow her feminine side to kind of come out and, you know, allow her to express her feminine side without being rude to her. But let's move on, all right? So we play Dominica Republic tomorrow. Crucial game. The good news is Dominica's first game was that 5-4 game. And I think that's why I think when we did the early prediction of how the competition would pan out, remember we did the whole suggestion is two things. One thing. All right, here's what happened. The first place would have made it very difficult for us in the quarterfinals. So we said the best thing to do is to finish either first or third. And the third option is what has really worked, right? And third is working out very good for us. Yeah, man, in Kanaya Boys Clark, we trust, definitely, right? So third would be good. And I love how this has panned out, because I don't think this Dominica team can beat us. I think we are in the World Cup because, and listen, you know what is funny? I also think that when we beat the Dominica, it's going to make us so confident because we have already qualified that we probably going to end up in the finals. Meaning that we will now be in the finals, meaning we qualify for the Olympics and we qualify for the Under-20 World Cup. So, Reggae Boys, U20s, when you win this game and you get to the semifinals, you will have such freedom because you already accomplished the goal, which is to get to the Youth World Cup. So you can play with greater liberty in your semifinal game, which I think would give us the best opportunity. I don't think this Dominican Republic team is as good as the Haitian team or the Costa Rican team that we play. And, excuse me, if the players and everybody get it together, we should win this game. All right? We should win this game. I see somebody saying starting with Roberts. Yeah, I would definitely, given what I saw of Roberts, I am starting. I like that, right? Our house music. I would start Roberts. I think he had such a good game. Listen, I'm not saying they are not a good team. They are a good team. There are no easy teams. We know there are no easy teams. All right? There are no easy team. I believe, however, that this is an easier team to play than if we had finished first and we're playing the USA. That's what I'm saying. And I also believe that this is a better opportunity for us. Opportunity. Nothing is guaranteed, nothing is given. Can they win the game? Of course they can beat us. If we don't turn up, they can beat us. But I believe that we can win the game. And if we win the game, if we win the game and go to the semifinals, what I am saying, that the burden will be off the players' shoulders. And if the burden is off the players' shoulders, that semifinal game would allow them to play with greater freedom. Right? At some point as well, Jamaica will have a good game. I find it hard to believe that they'll go through the entire tournament and don't play a good game. And I'm hoping that their best game will be the game tomorrow. Because now they would have had some time. This would be, for example, the third time they are using this formation. The third time they're using this formation. All right? Now, I would make a couple of changes. That's just me. If I were in the position to coach the team and we're picking an 11, I would make a couple of changes. All right? What would I do? This is me. I would start Tyler Roberts. I like what I saw from Tyler Roberts in the last game. And in the games that he has come on. I see this a caller to the program. Caller, welcome to I'm Sure Sports.
Well, go on, man.
I'm here, man. What's going on?
Why then call us, man? In the used to go?
Yeah, man.
Okay, it's a Westmoreland man then.
Yeah, man.
A big school.
I went to Mannings and then back to Kingston. But go ahead.
A big school again, Roger Clark.
Yeah.
Great Roger Clark. I should have said so. Great Roger Clark.
Okay. Yeah, man. What say you do, caller? What name do you go by?
Huh?
What name do you, what should we call you?
Street youth.
Street youth, yeah, man. What say you?
The tournament now. Match of Jamaica play tomorrow. The winner of the match go semi-final.
Yeah, but they also qualify for the World Cup.
Oh, so we can't. But you're mad. Although no would even talk about no fire in no heavy rolling because that would even solve the case. The coaching and the coaching staff have to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And about a ramp with him. Right now, two to that team that reach us, so it's an upset that, you know.
Well, you know what? The truth is, a lot of us, including me, we believe we have a good team. The problem is that we don't think the players had enough time to prepare, and that was a problem. I think the preparation time was so short because they were doing all of these squad, almost like trials kind of a thing. They didn't have enough time to get the final group of players playing together. So like the tournament has been like their preparation per se. And so we are hoping that they can get it together for this game.
Yeah.
You know, because we have some good players. The goalkeeper is go ahead.
We need. And when I can't drop the link, you can't drop the link in my phone where you watch it. It's like you watch it on.
Okay, when the game start tomorrow, we'll do that. You just come up when the game tomorrow. When you come on the channel, we'll put the link in the chat so you can just click on it and go and watch the game.
Okay.
All right, that can work.
Like what? We become on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, you will see the link. We'll let you know where the game is where you can watch the game.
Okay. All right.
All right then. Yeah, man. All right. Respect Street Youth.
Yeah. What time match?
Just forget the time. I think it is 7 o'clock our time. You know, let me just check and make sure. Not sure. Just let me just check and just make sure. I'm going to tell you right now. or maybe the game Jamaica 6 o'clock. Yeah, 6 o'clock
6
our
o'clock.
time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, man. All right then. Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. So there you go. Street you with that. All right. Yeah, man. So I would one of the changes that I would make. This is me. Not because Chad James is a bad player, but I think Chad James to me strike me as an impact player. If he were to come onto the field when legs are weary, he could create havoc in that time, playing like in a 4-3-3. So I would again, because this is a second game in a row, I would keep the same 3-5-2 formation. That's what I would do. That and people, this is just me. It's okay. We have a different, you have a different option. So this would be what I would do. I thought like though Christopher Pearson, he has not played, in my opinion, up to his full potential. He had a very good game in the last game. I don't think this team will be as physically imposing as the Haitian team was, though they are a good team technically, right? So I would I would keep Pearson in my starting 11. I'd keep Xander Bicknell. I also felt like Lamont Rochester probably played one of his better games as well. No, people, this is all you have to do. You can disagree with me, and that is fine for you to have a different, because remember, we're not the coach, we're not the coaches, but we can just operate based on what we have seen and select who we think could get the job done. It is a coach who calls the shot. So I would go back with, I would start, for example, Tyler Roberts, because he has looked so good, and I'm keeping Jamari Clark. I know some persons have a challenge with him in terms of his work rate, but he's always one. He scores, and he's always in a position to score goals. And you want that in a striker. You want them to always be in goal scoring positions. And if they are turning up in the right places, you have to give them credit for that, because part of scoring goal is to always be in the right place. And so far in this tournament, he has been in the right place. So this is what I'm going to show you what I would do. I can't say it is what the coach will do. This is just management. And then you can tell me, we are going to go through this together, and you can tell me. All right. Somebody saying Tyler James, and all right. I would go with 3 at the back. Some good points, but don't you think Pearson deserves some rest? He's played. All right. So I don't know if we have the personnel. Yeah, I don't know if all right. So let me show you. Maybe I should show you what I have, right? And then this is my, and again, listen, and this is just me just watching that Dominica team and how they look. I think we can break them down, right? I think we can break them down. It won't be easy. They're not an easy team. It's not like they're a walkover people. We don't want to go in the game believing that this is a little walkover side, for they are not. They're a good team, and they're coming to play. And if they were to win this game, it will be the first time any football team from this nation will be qualifying for any major tournament in their history. So really and truly, some will say, well, history is not on their side. But if I were the coach, and And I can always give a reason for how I'd set up my team. But this is how I would set up my team. All right? Yeah, the coach will not drop Pearson. Someone mentioned Pearson and Teddy Lee is TikTok. Yeah, best Pearson is an important game. Rest Pearson. Yeah. So to tell me people, I would start Campbell. He was our best player going forward. Yeah. So this is, tell me what you think of this team, and then I will also show you a couple of other options. And here's why I would do this. All right. So this, unlike the Haitian team that came down our right side and kind of cut in, this Dominican Republic team plays a little bit different. I think they try to play more balls over the top, right? They try to play ball over the top, and I don't think they can like outspeed us in those areas of the field, which means that for the most part they're going to be in front of us, and so our midfield should have greater liberty. I also feel like Devontae Campbell offers a little bit more than Duncan McKenzie on both ends of the field. Duncan McKenzie may be good in terms of going forward, but in terms of forward and backwards, I think Devontae Campbell offers a little bit more. I like the fact as well that he was deployed on the right, and you saw him coming in and cutting back the ball to the top of the box to, I think, Kobe Thomas, who misfired. I think we could use that to our advantage. I think as well that based on what I saw from Tyler Roberts, if he were able to coordinate with Jamari Clark, we could use the hold-up play of Clark and the speed of Roberts to create opportunities. Yeah. So let me think. I mean, Crazy Hardy TV said that you'd want to carry Roberts off the bench. That's what you'll carry him off the bench. So who do you start? And then Boss Thomas says 3-5-2, Scarlett and Clark up front, Campbell and Roberts on the wing. Thomas as that is too many changes though to the starting 11. That's the one thing, Boss Thomas. You're bringing in 1, 2, 3, 4 persons into the starting 11. I wouldn't do that. And I think this team is going to give up a lot of. All right, Wayne Harris said that he wouldn't start the Zeminis. Who are you going to play? And I think this is the one thing I would say the selectors never got right. We don't have any other true right back out there. Yes, Zion Scarlett is not a bad option. All right. But and he scored a very good goal. But I know that some of us are probably unhappy with some of Clark's play. But I would love to see him getting more, balls where he is going towards goal. And defenders coming at him to see how we look. So Wayne Harris, you have to tell me, because the one thing I would say, this is not a negative, but I think one of the areas that we got wrong in terms of our selection is on the right side of the field. I don't think we have had enough cover. Yeah. I rate Zion highly. Think he's a good player, but honestly, I think at the end of the day, here's the truth. At the end of the day, I I don't think let me say it this way. I think when that out ball is played, Clark does a better job. All right. Some people are saying that they would bring on Tyler as a super sub. That's Kyle Wallace. Some people, you see it, so many of us. Some people are saying that Roberts should come on. Some are saying that Roberts should start. Some are saying bench Pearson. To be fair to Pearson, I'll say this. He did come off the last game and he played a good game. All right. Again, I remember with Chad, many of us were saying that, listen, Chad played so well when he came on that we should start him. And when he started, we turned around and said he looks like he is a good bench player coming off the bench. So sometimes a player may be a good person coming off the bench, and maybe that's where we should play them. No. I don't. All right.
Hello.
Yes, welcome to I Am Sure Sports, Carla. So yeah, man.
You know, play for call back though. Oh God.
You tell me, man, what's going on?
I didn't see the program on I time, but you still live on the live?
Yeah, man, we're still on the live, man. That's how I return the call.
To me, you're confident. So we are gonna beat this damn Rick team.
Yeah.
So me that say. So me that say, boy, the team I come for revenge now. Remember I said the woman team then because them for them woman team already.
Yeah, I think if you ask anybody in the Dominican Republic, they will tell you that they are confident that they are going to beat Jamaica.
Yeah, that me say.
Yeah, so I am in Jamaica, so I'm confident Jamaica is going to beat them.
We want that happening, of course. We want them to qualify for the World Cup. But I don't really need to call about it. I don't whisper thing me that call about it.
Yeah, go ahead. What about the whisper?
The whole situation about the whisper thing. What is your call? What is your call on it? I just want to know your point.
I don't know what whisper situation specifically you're talking about though.
The whole comment we make on social up on JFF website or social media when them say my laugh off of the player then. So
okay.
them lose against Honduras.
Okay.
So what me really want to find out, what is your comment towards it? What you think?
In terms of what he did, it was wrong, and it was wrong, and he apologized, as far as I understand.
As far as you understand, what kind of apology did he?
I don't know.
Did he write a public apology?
I have not seen it. I have not seen it. I said
I post it because you know the reason why I call your man. Yesterday last night I was listening his father and Ryan show, and first Ryan said that he should apologize before the game on Wednesday, that is tomorrow, because he doesn't want the team to qualify for the World Cup, and then he apologized after, and it seemed like because he wanted to get back into the squad to make that apology. But the father came on, and the father, to me, the impression I get is that his son did nothing wrong. His son was not laughing at the players. That's what he said. His son said, and we are making a big deal out of it. So I don't know about this apology. I don't think he apologized. You understand?
Okay.
And that's what exactly the father said, and the show you can go back and watch it for yourself.
Okay.
And him say Whisper is the kind of person who just speaks his mind and whatever he says. That is how the father was coming across to me, you know.
Okay.
He says his son doesn't beg people anything. People be offering him things and he doesn't take it because that's the kind of person he is. And I'm saying, Manning's one. If I have a child and I can't tell my child that he is wrong and he should apologize, how can he talk to his child as a father?
But
Because I don't know I don't know. Listen, if when I was growing up, my parents disciplined me to their own belief, and I've become a man in society. And I'm saying to myself, maybe some of the method they use, I would use it on my child, but most of 90% of their methods, I use it on my children because I wouldn't go to the extent of beating my children. So because I get beaten when I'm young, I wouldn't go to that extent. But when my child is wrong, I suppose I can look on my child and say, you are wrong for the comment that you made.
All right, so caller.
You should apologize.
So caller. All right, let me just say this in closing because I don't know if now is the right moment, seeing that we're focusing on the game, or now is the right time. All right, and normally I say if for example you are watching something on Ryan, and there it is, then it's always better in that moment to deal with it because it's kind of unfair to me to be commenting on the full extent.
I don't want you to I don't want you to comment on it, man. I want you to tell me what your
but you're not you know that I listen to you uninterrupted without even asking a question, and before I finish saying what I'm saying, you interrupt me and you're telling me that you want me to answer your question. But go ahead, you go ahead.
No, I don't, and I'm not saying that I want you to answer.
Go ahead.
To tell me what do you think about the situation.
But I answered you already. You asked me what I thought at the beginning of the call. I said.
So you think it's no big deal then?
Yeah. Caller, you're going to tell me stuff or you're going to listen to me? If you want to tell me, if you want to tell me stuff, whatever you tell me, I'll let you tell me. But if you want me to talk, then I can talk for myself.
Talk, man. Talk.
Okay. So you call and you ask me, what do I think about it? I said to you, I disagree with what he did. He apologized for my understanding. You don't think the apology is acceptable or not. All right. So here is what I'll say. The father has a way of dealing with his child. None of us know what they have done privately. He doesn't need to reprimand him publicly. So none of us can say he has not spoken to his son. He has not reprimanded him. He has even taken control of the account, and he apologized for what happened. He apologized. And you can apologize and say, my son, a 16-year-old, he's outspoken. He will say things. But he did apologize. And I'm thinking, okay, his father has taken responsibility. It's a 16-year-old, made an error. Mm-hmm. We move on. There's nothing to, there's nothing.
That's why.
Go ahead.
That's why we have so much crime in Jamaica.
How we going to crime from football now?
Yeah, because we don't discipline our children.
How you mean so that? So
we don't.
So,
and that's the major problem.
So if
we seem to not discipline our children. We allow them to be spoiled. And that is my take. Since you want me to go there. We are not disciplining our children in Jamaica, and we seem to make them do what they feel like and get away with it.
So what did he get away with? His father's come out.
I hear I hear that the players in the camp are very upset with him.
So what? I don't understand, caller. All right, so I'm trying to
And the player them,
call,
the father said,
caller, caller.
father said that the whisper is calling the player them and talking to them, which and the player them and I hear from good source that the player them are upset with what he did, and I'm sure that him not going to end up back into the national team and tell him publicly apologize. And we need to stand on it. That is why things are happening in our football when it comes out to our players. And it's true, man. Don't tell me that a 16-year-old don't have any sense. Tell me that him not have sense and no way, man.
You're just going to talk. Go ahead.
I don't know what he's doing.
Caller.
And I'm tired of people making excuses.
Caller.
You guys make a lot of excuses, man.
Caller.
Yeah, walk on your word, man.
Caller.
I tell you.
Caller.
Just walking on your words, man.
Caller. You listening? Or you just going to talk?
Me hear you.
I have one question for you. One simple question. What proof do you have that the father has not corrected his son?
Because I heard him on Ryan show last night. He did not.
He did not correct it
that child because he can't talk to that child. That's what he's trying. That's what he was saying to me. That's what I got from it. He can't talk to Whisper.
All right. Caller, we can't help you.
And him said the player them not upset because hear what him said. Hear the excuse them.
Caller, we can't. Listen, I'm just going to allow you to talk and then when you finish, you let me know.
Let me tell you. He said that the players them not upset to them because Whisper was not laughing after the players them. That's what his father said on Ryan show last night.
All right.
We're sick and tired of people doing things and just keep on doing things and getting away with it. He's 16 years old. He had sense. He know what he was doing.
Okay.
That's my take, man.
All right, caller.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All right. Yes, caller. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports.
Yes, Manningham. Welcome, man.
But there you are, man. I go through the Gideon.
Yeah. But I tell you, you know, I work, but I still I listen to the program and I hear the brethren that call in. And I say, you know, let me take a little break and call it because it's very important that we highlight certain things. And when I hear the brethren talk, you know, that I mean, I don't know, we didn't need to go off on certain tangent. And you see, since the advent of internet and everybody has internet and a cell phone, all of a sudden everybody becomes the dean of discipline and is perfectionist. And that can be very depressing to people who create that because they create a false impression as if the entire world is perfect. You understand me? And if you make an error, you are the only one in the world who is like that, and everybody else is perfect. And as you said, the guy is 16 years old. How many of us have done even worse things as a teenager? You understand me?
Yeah.
Right. If a teenager was old enough to make certain decisions, parents wouldn't be held accountable when they do such thing. And you understand me? Right? And we just move on, Bridget. Why we dwell on the same thing over and over?
Yeah,
nobody's condoning with what was done.
I said that I don't agree with what he did. It was wrong. But he has apologized. So let's move on. You can't tell a parent how to listen. If you understand parenting, they talk about they want to get into all of the psychology and all of those things. But even first kids are different from second kids, from third kid, from fourth kids, right? Their psychological makeup. So there are certain persons, how a child receives love and correction is different. There are some children that if you shout at them, that works. There are others that you sit down and you have a conversation with them. You cannot listen to what the father said yesterday and said that he doesn't reprimand his son and he cannot speak to him. When the man came out and said, listen, I've taken the account, I've taken control of the account. So he has taken steps. People don't have to do things my way for it to be right. So there's nothing. The kid did something. His father's apologized. Whatever is happening with crime in Jamaica and all of that has nothing to do with this issue. We always go off on these tangents, like making a connection. Like I don't understand it. I don't understand.
That's exactly what you said to him was right. You understand, Bridget? They're acting as if they want the man to do a video of himself disciplining the child and post it. Some things have to be kept private, not because, you understand me?
Yeah,
some things have to be kept private. The man do, as you rightly said, go ahead, sorry.
While I would recommend that because it was, whatever happened was on a public space, it would be good for the player to put something back on the public space just so that others can see it. All right? I would recommend that. But that is separate and apart from how his father privately decides to deal with the matter. That's a parental issue. And we have no cause or reason to get engaged in that.
But at the same time, sorry to cut you, man, but at the same time, we must acknowledge, just as how you acknowledge that he is a minor. You understand me? And his father can make a decision also whether he himself, as a parent, comes out or allow him as a child to come out and say something. The father has the right to make that decision. And if he made that decision, we have to respect it also. You understand me? The father can say, okay, I will come out as the parent and say something. You understand me? Or I can say I'm gonna tell him to come out. But whatever decision the father made, we have to respect it. You understand me? And it's not like that he came out as if he's defending the action. He said that he has taken the necessary step. Move on and stop, because these things create depression with children too. And a lot of us don't realize that children get depressed because he may be sorry. And then we are there dwelling on it and, making reference to crime and telling the father he didn't do it right and all these things. Children hear this and they themselves get depressed. You understand me?
Exactly.
All of a sudden, everybody become perfect. You understand me? As if we're living in a perfect world and nobody must make mistake and everybody, come on, man. Everybody make mistakes. You're not supporting certain things, but the reality is that nobody's perfect. And if we speak about, we'll move on. And what next?
Listen, I will also say this. For a father to come out and take responsibility for his son is also commendable. And that is an perspective. A father comes out and takes responsibility and speaks on his son's behalf is also good. But so but I don't want to, I really don't want to prolong the because we have a U20 game, and I want to take the opportunity to talk about it. Man, that's fine, man. I totally understand.
I really had to say, but I hope that caller is listening and just check on the things.
And I would not want any of the players to, the U20 team to be watching or listening, and instead of us talking about them at this time, right? So I want to kind of come back to the team, and we have a couple of other calls, right?
No problem, man. Man. Respect, my brother.
All right, then. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it, man.
No problem, bro. Respect, man. Cool.
All right. So, So people, we had a couple of calls coming in. Let me see if I can get a couple more of them. A couple of persons were calling, and I missed them. So let me just call back this one and then another, and then we move on. All right, people. What we're going to do? Yeah, man. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports, caller.
Yeah. Bless up, man.
Yeah, man.
May I listen to your program? Yeah, do a good job, brother. But here, may I address the caller call earlier?
Yeah.
I don't think that caller have a problem with the child, He have a problem with the handler of the child. Because I am 100% sure Whisper is not part of the problem that is going on with Jamaica football.
Yeah.
But they are diverting from the real problem, which is JFF. So anything that align with Craig Butler, they're gonna beat it down to the ground.
Be careful, because you have a person listening called TikTok, if you mention JFF, he's going to come at you, caller.
No, Listen now. I'm not in Jamaica anymore, but I've been around the JFF years. I know that they are not capable. They don't have any integrity. They are dishonest. And anybody who is taking side with the JFF, I can bluntly say, is just as bad and corrupted as the JFF.
Yeah. But I mean,
you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah. We have the game tomorrow, though. I mean, I don't know if have you been following the U20 team?
I've been trying to get a link. I just follow you guys and the report that you guys give on it.
Okay, all right. So tomorrow,
but I don't really have a link to watch a game.
Tomorrow, when the game starts, if you come on the channel, like watch it, you just ask for the link, and we will help you to get the link so you can watch the game.
All right.
We'll find it and tell you where you can watch it tomorrow.
Okay, I will do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I want to say something, and I hope Fuzzy listening.
Yeah.
Because I want Fuzzy to remember that a couple of years ago, he was in the same position, complaining about how JFF is fighting against his players. So I just want him to remember that. Because he's my friend, but I just want him to remember that. He was in the same position, complaining about the federation fighting against his players.
Yes.
And Waterhouse players. I just want him to hear that and remember that.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
So
I'm trying to figure out what it means, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You probably have more info than me, but he probably knows what it means if he's listening.
Bro, listen this.
Yeah.
Listen this. I am a straight shooter, you know. I love football more than even woman, you know, bro. I can tell you that, you know.
Yes.
See? And I have been there with him from he has been young as a coach.
Okay.
And some of the things that I'm seeing him harboring right now, it was the same thing he was against when he was young.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So what he need to do, if he's gonna be somebody of integrity, it better even give up an opportunity and stand for what he believe in, more than jump on an opportunity and go get himself involved in the same injustice where he used to leak out against.
Yeah. All right.
You understand? Bro, we are, Bridget, what the man not understand, you know? Me I go ask you a question, man in man. When Mobier, where them name? Wadada, Violet Kicker, Seba was at the top of the football.
Yes.
What was the crime rate in Mobier?
It was significantly lower. I don't know if, but it was significantly lower all across.
All right. I'm gonna ask you. Yeah. When all of those teams in the West were doing well, there were almost zero crime rate in the West.
Yes.
When Waterhouse, Arnett Garden, Tivoli Garden, when the football is at the top, bro, the crime rate is low.
Yes.
If the JFF continue to mess up football, most of these guys who are involved in crime are footballers.
No.
They have the talent.
Oh, no. I wouldn't say they are footballers. They can play football.
No, they can play football, and they are fans of football. So when the football is going good, they don't want nothing going on in the community to stop them from watching the games.
Okay.
So they don't understand the injustice that they are doing to Jamaica by messing up the football.
Yeah. You have a good point.
Remember
yeah, man.
98 when we qualify for World Cup in the Manils, man.
Yeah.
There was peace in Jamaica for almost 18 months, bro. No war in Jamaica, you know. No community at all, you know. Instant peace, you know. Yeah. Remember that, you know.
Yeah.
Bro, listen this. The Federation present administration plus the 14 parish president have to go.
All right, Carla, we're not.
Listen,
you see later, we have a show 7 o'clock tonight that going to focus more on the JFF as we bring up some issues with them. Can we do that for that show? So call me back tonight
no problem.
on that show.
No problem. I call you back tonight.
Yeah, man, tonight. And we get back to the U20 because this is getting hot. And we don't want to go down that road and detract from what the young men are setting up to do tomorrow. Right. Yeah, man. Because we want to play honor to our young team. All right? Yeah, man. All right,
Bro.
respect. Yeah, man. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, man, blessing.
Yeah, man.
The
Blessing.
good work you do, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, caller. Respect. And thanks for the support.
Yeah.
All right. So, people.
All right.
All right. So, people, here's the thing now. So, let's go back to our U20, the game. So, this is, so I see some people saying that they would take out, who would they take out from my starting 11? Tell me who you take out. But because that is the starting 11, I would take out. I'm not making a lot of changes. This is actually my starting 11 in my head, right? Because, yeah, I think that given me personally, Dominica is a good team. They have, and I said this with the Haitian team, though they were not together as Haiti, like 7 of the players play for the same club that started. They play together. So though we have like Pearson who play, our starting 11, I don't know. Maybe Devontae and Zeminis probably play together for a couple of games for Mount Pleasant. Right? So this is my thoughts. All right. This would be my starting 11. All right. Some persons are saying that don't start Tyreek Zeminis. But at the end of the day, I think, like I was saying earlier, the one issue with this team is that at right back we are short. And to be fair to Tyreek Zeminis, the second half of the game was better for him. All right. And we don't have a lot of replacement. I am not putting Tyler Roberts down there. Tyler Roberts is too much of an impact player higher up the field for me to put him there. So I'm keeping that same back five, and I'm hoping that the added time will help them to coordinate better defensively. I also think like Romain Blake didn't have a good game. All right? Didn't have a good game. All right? And that affected how the defense played. I thought I know that he plays the ball well out of the back. You understand me? Right? Plays the ball well out of the back. But here's the thing. I don't like when he dribbles out. And I think that his positioning wasn't as good. I think if the back three plays well, it means that Zeminis and Rochester, who had a good game. Many people never really realized that Rochester was key to that second Haitian player getting red card because he was playing so well. All right. Zeminis also was a person who took the throw-in. All right. As bad as we think he may be, and that's fine. Big up Patrick Reed. He took the throw into Clark, who turned and scored that goal. And then he scored the last goal. So his goal contribution was good. I think he needs to better manage the defense. Here is where I think he's going to do good. So if you watch the Dominica team, how Zeminis defend, they are playing in his favor. In other words, they like to kick the ball over the top and try to chase it down. So he would better chase down and defend than to play positionally and try to cut out space in between and ball movement. So I think we may see that. All right. That's Manning's man. That's Manning's man. All right. So you can give me your starting 11 and change it. But I would not go to 4 at the back. I'm sticking with this back 3. All right. So tell me, who would you take out? Like I said, that I'm bringing in, as much as people said that Clark had some poor touches. I will say, listen, at the end of the day, he has scored 4 goals. 4 goals? Or 3 goals in 4 games. I think he has scored, 3 goals. So he keeps on scoring. Though Zion Scarlett has scored. I am not, the one game both of them start that didn't look good. I'm not starting both of them. Some person are saying Duncan for Pearson. I don't think so. In fact, so here's one thing is that I think that the coach would do differently from management. All right. I think the coach, if the coach was going to do anything differently, that's the one thing he would do. So my 11, I have Devontae Campbell in it. So I'm making 2 changes. I've watched this coach at St. George's and at Waterhouse. He rarely changes his 11. All right. So that's part of his coaching philosophy, because he trusts his players. And normally a coach who trusts his players and players who want to play for him, he normally keeps his 11. So I think Chad James was possibly the person with the poorest game going forward, and he could be the only casualty. So my starting 11, I don't think would be the starting 11. I think just based on how the coach thinks, he trusts his players. How you say management, where you get this from? Look at Neville Bell at St. George's and look at the St. George's team. They have a constant 11. Look at Waterhouse. And look at Waterhouse and how often you see, you can tell the Waterhouse starting 11. This coach is a coach that puts a lot of confidence in his players. I'll tell you this, I think he's the kind of coach that says, listen, I'm going to give you have a bad game, I'm going to put you out there to improve and play better. All right, so that I think would be his starting 11. Mine, I would have Devontae Campbell. Dre, let me see. Dre has Robert Jimenez, Bicknell, Pearson, Mackenzie, Roberts, and Clark. Oh, whoa. See, Dre is thinking like the coach, unlike management. Dre is only making 1 change, and he's bringing in Roberts. Anybody else agree with this? IT push. We know that is your opinion, but so that is it. So 95 gaming, just select your starting 11. That's what we're doing in a 95 gaming. Just select your starting 11, man. So Dre, I just put up Dre 1, and this is Dre starting 11 up there. Clark, Blake, Morgan, Anderson, Rochester, Zimenez, Bicknell, Pearson, Mackenzie, Roberts, and Clark. That's his starting 11. So 95 gaming, show us your starting 11, man. That's all you have to do. Bless up Donovan Dona, Joe Downer in the building, Patrick Reed in the building. Bless up. But the legends them in the football. Yeah. But people, what do you think? And again, we will have more space. We will have a lot more space to play. And it will be a lot less physical than the Haitian game, which I think works in Jamaica's favor. In fact, people, I have a surprise for you. Here's what I believe. I think if Pearson starts this game, it will be the best game that he plays, because he will have a whole lot of space. All right. IT Push said that he would make one change. IT Push said that he would make one change. He would take out Pearson and start Kobe Thomas. So so this is IT Push. IT Push is saying that he's starting Kobe Thomas here instead of Christopher Pearson. That's IT Push. I think Pagan says that as well. Yeah. So that is IT Push and Pagan 180 starting. All right. One more person, Brando, says that as well. Rob Smith says Pearson has improved every game to me. I believe Fuzzy master stroke taken the armband and told him to just play. My opinion. Yeah. I think it's a good thing that the responsibility of captaincy has also been removed from him. Because remember, Pearson didn't even captain the KC team. It was Barkley. I said, no, sir, I'm not going back to a back four. I think our defense has been a little bit suspect, so I wouldn't play a back four. So this is IT Push, Brando, and Pagan 180. 95 gaming. I don't see your team yet, you know. What would be your proposed starting 11? Teddy Lee, I think Teddy Lee and Dre Anyweather are in agreement with the first team that has Pearson starting. But like I said, I feel like, some of the players have been getting better. Like Lamont Rochester looked better. Tyreek Zeminis played better in the second half. Pearson has been getting better. Roberts keeps on looking better as well. Jaden Anderson is growing in confidence. One thing, though, I will say to him, stop playing the ball back. But Jamaica will be better able to manage the Dominican Republic team because they don't have as much pace as the Haitian and they are not as physical as the Haitians. So I think, we will do better against them than we did against Haiti. I think as well, I would definitely give Pearson the start and bring on Kobe again. And I tell you why, because Pearson seems to do better every time he gets more space. See, Kyle Wallace says in truth, Pearson should be able to handle the DR, but I believe this is the best time for a radical change in the midfield. Kobe and Campbell to start. Oh, Rochester learned from the red card. Yeah. Teddy Lee saying that the starting 11 is weak, bad. People, just know this. Any starting 11 without Christopher Pearson, Teddy Lee is going to say it's weak. But what I want the players to know is that, listen, you see when the game starts, any starting 11 out there gets my 100% support. And I honestly believe it's not a walkover. It's not a walkover against this Dominican Republic team, but I have this confidence that we'll be able to get the better of them. And if we get past, notice people, if we get past the Dominican Republic, I think if I were the coach, I would say, listen, guys, you already qualify. Right? We don't want to be embarrassed, but play some ball in the last game. And I'm going like 4-3-3. I'm going back to 4-3-3. Very offensive in the semifinals. All right. And you know why I'm doing that? I'm doing that because I think we'll get the best out of the player when they're playing under no pressure. Because the objective wasn't to get to the Olympics. It was to qualify for the U20s. So once we qualify for the U20s, I'm telling my team, you see, the semifinals, it's going to be our hit, our miss. We're going out there to just play and have fun. We have nothing to lose. Yeah, man. I'm glad that you did Rob Simit because a lot of people didn't give him a lot of credit for the chance. No, man. No. Crazy at it. Listen. I said Zimenez looked better in the second half. That's what I said. Crazy RTV. Zimenez looked better in the second half of the game than in the first half. One, and I'm saying that based on what I've seen from Blake, he didn't have a good game in the last game. My opinion is that the last game was the worst of Blake's 3 games. It didn't mean that he played terribly, but I felt like he was dribbling out and losing the ball this game more so than any other 2 games. Many times he dribbled out a defense and ran into some cul-de-sacs. Not a bad player, but I think the other 3 games he was way better, in my opinion. He stood out. At least in 2 of those games, I would give him man of the match. But in this game, I thought he made some unforced errors. And all I'm saying is that in the second half of this game, Zimenez looked better. Yeah, man. Jason saying true mannings, man. They play better when the shackles are off. Yeah, I would just say to them, listen, once we qualify, we just need to go into this final game. The final game and just everything off, right? All the shackles, just have some fun, play. Campbell, just take them on and score. Take them on. Zion, take them on. And I'm pressing. I'm making my 5 substitution because listen, I'm full pressing, full pressure for that semifinals. Let it be a shootout against Mexico. Teddy Lee, where is it? I have it still. Teddy Lee, you want it? See it. Blake 100%. Yeah, man. Brain drain. Is there a better option to Zimenez, or some just want him out? I am sure. There isn't. He is the best option. And all I'm saying is that he played better in the second half. I think the second half of that game was the best he has played so far. Let's hope that he's coming into form. Bless up Michael Neymar. Jamaica should be able to win based on tradition. Dre, anyway, the tea for Fina. What kind of tea for Fina? Not go like that, Fresh God, man. Not go like that, man. Leeds just want more money, man. Not like that, man. Yeah. So, Fresh God, 25 minutes ago it says, Arsenal have not yet tabled a bid acceptable by Leeds. So, Chelsea trying to sign him. Not like that, no go some man. What I'm to you, Fresh God. Teddy Lee says, play Mexico like how we played Costa Rica. Okay. Why Kamali Powell can't start and him better than most of them? All right. What I'll say, Bad Breed, going by this squad, if I just go by what happened, Kamali did not make the 22, you know. He got in because Dexter Lembikisa was injured. To say, well, if he's better than them, in your opinion, remember he wasn't in the original squad. So I would find it hard to see how he comes in and starts. Yeah. Robert, I rewatched the game too, and Zemeni's manufactured that goal. It was almost out, and Zemeni's risk injury to toe poke that goal. Yeah, man. Very good goal. Yeah. Pearson getting better and better. Help us to beat the Haitians and should start. Junior Pogba, you need to remove the R. Skillful and good player. All right. Are you saying no, Teddy Lee. I am not. I'm not saying that, Teddy Lee. The man just said that I should give you understand, and I just showed it. I'm not saying anything like that, sir. I would not suggest that. Yes, Karumi, you love to play ugly tomorrow and qualify. Yep, I agree with you, sir. Listen, I agree with you. Qualifying is important and save the pretty game for the semi-final. It's starting all it accurate, so all right. I'm just thinking like the coach because I've watched the coach when he was at UE. UE had that when UE won, what's his name? The consistent Waterhouse consistent starting level, St. George's consistent starting level. So he has a way of being very consistent with his starting level. No man, Dexter is home. I'm saying that Kamali Powell replaced him. Devontae Campbell is so much better coming off the right and central. Why Fuzzy ever played the man left side? Yeah, very good question. We'd love to ask him these questions when he returns. What I will say though is that the best games that Devontae Campbell has played for Mount Pleasant in his short career is coming off the bench. And I think it's a master stroke when the coach decided to bring him off the bench as an impact player. Mark you, he needs around 30 minutes to bring him on. Because when you bring him on, you can play him in the number 10 or you can play him on the right. I don't want him on the left. He will create opportunities on the right. Never give Western play a chance. Like if you want to play for KC or JC, you can't play. Oh. No, Bad Breed, man. I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know if this Western player thing is still in the football. I know it used to be back in the days. I don't know that it is still up there. But big up Kamali Powell, a very good footballer, a player that, you understand me? Yeah. So, good player, but I'm just going based on how the squad was finally selected. You said he had a good game. He dribbled about 3 times and lost it once while dribbling. Okay. All right. Let me say it again. Zemeni's had a better second half. And the second half of his game, I would say it is the best he has played in the tournament. Blake, I think of all the games that he has played, the last game was not his best game. I want him to go back to what he was doing in the first 2 games. That's all. Because he looks superb. Owen says, Fuzzy, please start some strong defensive midfielders. My name is man. Put up your starting level. As Steady said, your level is normally. My 11 is normally accurate. You know that my 11 still have Devontae Campbell in there. That's my 11. But that's a try to think like the coach if he's going to use him as an impact player and start Duncan McKenzie over Devontae Campbell. So I don't know. And I think Dre Anyweather had this 11 out there, so I'm going to work with Dre Anyweather. Not like that. What kind of breaking news? No, people, don't follow these people. Chelsea just made a bid. The player has not decided to go to Chelsea. They made an offer to Leeds. Arsenal are going in with a bid. So no follow them. Yeah, no follow them people. And this is what? At 105. 105. 32 minutes ago. All right? So nothing has been agreed on. If him want to go, but that's go rub bench, him go rub bench, you know. Him can go on a Chelsea, go rub bench and don't make Brazil team. Up to him. If him want to do that, him can go do that. How is Zemini the best option? We still have to play defense as a team. We are acting like Dominica is going to sit. Dominican Republic is going to sit and absorb all the pressure. What Zemini give the team in defense? Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's see. No personal terms. Let's see. The player can still go there. We're not seeing no Chelsea colors. Yeah, colors yet. Man, I stepped away. Did you see my question about Paul? Is he gone? The Star article saying that they're looking for a new head coach. Yeah. All right, Rob. Controversy stone. What year is this? Man, still talk about that. We move on to bigger division now. Continental division is what we are dealing with now. Yeah. This whole controversy stone, I don't know. The truth is that Western football has fallen off. Honestly. Western football has fallen off. Like, I don't know. Is there a player from Western Jamaica right now that could make the national team? I don't know. Maybe there is, and that would be good. Xavier Benjamin is a backup right back to Zemini's next year. Lembic Kisa is a backup left back for Rochester next year. Badbury, Campbell, Powell, and Scarlett are Western players, are linked to West. Yeah, because but Jaden Anderson went to William Nib, or his parents went to William Nib. Jaden Anderson is a William Nib player. Now. He's from Western Jamaica too, so I don't understand. Campbell is Shorty Malcolm's relative. Shorty, Campbell is supposed to call Shorty Malcolm, the late Shorty Malcolm, uncle. Christopher Pearson is from Carnival Courts in Montego Bay. So I don't know. No, we're not justifying. All right, Dapper Agent, all you have to do, all you have to do, Dapper Agent, is to give your starting 11. Different people giving their starting 11. Just give your starting 11, man. Just give your starting 11. All right, people, we have the great we have the great one calling. What are you doing, great one?
What's going on, man? It's going.
Balakar, what you going with?
They are going to listen to convoy. You know what the people them are trying to say now?
No, tell me.
Just like if you left out, you say if you left from the western region and like go up top in the town side,
yeah.
Them you're 95% sure is either you go get a contract overseas or you're in the national team. But if you don't decide and I play for your team, like the instant, say they play back in the days, they play for Village United. It's very weird they can get a call up. You understand what I say? Remember, say, even the Mobile United team we used to win. I see them people them ball out, see, the best back in the time they did have Ladiel Richie and Cardell Simpson as the best defensive pair in the Premier League. So they must say why the best defensive pair them can't make the national team. You understand?
Was when let me ask you a question. When Mobile United was doing well, wasn't Ricardo, Morris, Dino Williams, Owen Gordon? Let me finish. When Mobile United was doing well, let me finish and then you answer me. Wasn't Dino Williams, Mario Owen Gordon, Giacomino Barrett, Ladiel Richie, Fabian McCarthy, all of these guys were in the national team. Alan Atty.
Yeah, but you listen to what I say.
No, so tell me what you say.
It's not the first. All right, just after they win the first title. When they win the first title, you know, them never get called up, you know. I people them in a Jamaica start ball out, you know. And so comes them start to get drawing, you know. Alan Atty, you know. You understand what I say? And so comes them start to get drawing at the team, but we grew past that and I hope.
No, but what I'm saying, Balakar, is that tell me the Western players know that should be in the national team.
No, I never say no Western players know in the national team, man.
Yeah.
I never say that. You just talk, I mean, they tell you what it happened.
No, but I can go back in the past. In the 1998 World Cup campaign, I'm going to give you the names of people from Western Jamaica that were part of that campaign on the national team.
Well, no, I don't want you to tell me a part of the campaign team.
And the team, I said a part of the campaign. Warren Barrett, Aaron Lawrence, Shorty Malcolm, Shorty Malcolm, Theodore Whitmore.
Yeah.
Tatty Brown.
Yeah.
That's 5 Western players. Hold on now. You had Ricketts up in the stands. You had guard Peter King, they call him Flower.
Was a part of the World Cup.
Remember, there was also some additional players as well.
This is the way me say man is man. So what happened to the striker we do good to Jamaica? Why make him never make the World Cup?
Who? Which striker? Which striker?
Paul Teagat Davis. He won't get too old.
Yeah, by that time Teagat never even played the last part of the campaign. It was Walter
Boyd. Old? He was 38.
It was Walter Boyd. Remember, Teagat played when the campaign just started. I think before even Simoes came.
Man is one. We understand all of that, and we know they say no Western region play in the national team. We just a reason, right?
Yeah.
So me I say, all was Paul Teagat Davis at the time when we go to the World Cup.
I don't remember, but what I'm saying to you, by the last set of games, Teagat was not in the squad.
Yeah. So me understand.
But he was at the so what I'm saying is that to say that he should have been in the World Cup squad, remember that he wasn't a part of the squad initially. Like in the what they call it, the 6 teams that played he wasn't a part of that part of the campaign. He was in the original qualifications part. So to call him up as one of those players, it wouldn't make no sense because by that time many other players had come into the team. Walter Boyd, Ananda Lowe, Paul Hall.
Okay,
yeah.
Now, man. How much of them pass him out in the leading goal scorer?
But that don't matter. But what I'm saying, Balakar, it's just like if somebody said that, why Brazil never bring Pele go to the last World Cup? And Pele still alive.
Which last World Cup?
The last World Cup we finished.
No man is man, you talk crap. The dog sit there never that old man.
He wasn't that old, but what I'm saying though, he wasn't. Me think I missed it. You see, if it were that Tigat was playing, remember even Hector, right? These guys were not playing in the last part of the campaign. So why would they then pick them up when they qualify to bring them to the World Cup? That's what I'm saying to you.
No, so yeah, but why the reason them never in the campaign?
Because because remember, other forwards, Walter Boyd. Because you're basically saying that what players like Walter Boyd should have been dropped on Anandelo, who were and Freddie Butler and Paul Young. These were the guys playing in that early part of the campaign.
Oh, so
by this time Tigat was not in the team any at all.
Yeah, but at this time when we really talk about now, Whitmore is better than Hector Wright at that time.
But remember, Hector Wright had an injury, man, so that's why Whitmore is in the team.
Okay, so now that no. You understand? But man, a reason we are reason.
Yeah, man.
That. But me just say, if as we say, it at my back in I pass. You understand?
But I don't think it happened. I don't think it is happening now, though. If they are good, like
no.
Yeah, because remember we had a U team that had Peter Lee Vassell, Deshane Beckford, Junior Fleming. Not Junior Fleming. Jordan Fletcher. So when the players are good, they come into the team.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the man is guy named Melvin Blair.
Man. You see them the player they know.
Yeah.
When they come in a youth program team, if listen, you know, I don't want people get the wrong thing in the comment section. Even if them never like the good players, them the school where them go, either make them go on the trials. You understand me?
Okay,
because
you're saying that.
Okay,
so you're saying that persons who go to certain schools in Western Jamaica not going to get called. Like if a man go like Malden or Mushet.
No, me not go say Mushet because Mushet players always represent the national team.
So like give me an example, like Cedric Titus.
No man, we always have players from Cedric Titus go camp and them. But
yeah, so what
when you go there, man, me just say them go, but if we can show them class, then go as a forward, and when they go up there, then put them a right back.
Give me an example.
You want me to call a name? Not go call no name.
No, you can't make them kind of assertion the ball car, and you have no proof.
No, who have no proof?
Give me one player that was a forward, and when he went to the national team, they put him in defense.
Man, me can't call no player name over. They can call you half the year and tell you.
What? Why? Because it's a national team. If the player was called up to the national team and him go there, and them say play defense and he was a forward, that a pass thing.
Navarro Williams. Him go as a central defensive. He go as a defensive midfielder.
As a CDM. Yeah.
Yes. And when he go, then put him all over the place. And the position when he go to play, somebody else from town do they already, where they play that spot where nobody cannot get.
All right,
it's
so
back in the park.
All right, so say for example, I go to Manchester City, and Kevin De Bruyne is there, and that is the position I play. Would Pep be wrong?
Yeah.
Would Pep be wrong if him asked me to play out on the flank?
It's a 50-50. The reason why it's a 50-50, if you play out on the flank, probably your strength is attacking, like pass off the ball, you have two defensive midfield to back up you. If me play on the right, me can't get that quality. It don't make sense to go out there.
Yeah.
And
So
what if?
And you know that
what if the player on the right midfield is better than Kevin De Bruyne? But because Kevin De Bruyne is here already, they don't want to substitute him and put in the best player.
Yeah, but Balakar, also, You know that when Tigat went to Israel, I just getting this one. He did not play forward. He played was it right back? No,
he go Israel play right back.
They never let him play in his regular position.
So the coach who you interview, Carlman Williams, is too old, right?
Huh?
Carlman Williams in a them the time that is too old, right?
Yeah, man, those they were hard pass the time. So sometimes you go somewhere ball a car, you actually play in a different position. Because maybe there's a player who is better in the position that you come to meet the team in. Listen, I started out like when I went to Constant Spring, I had to go and play right back.
Yeah. What position you normally play?
I was basically a forward or a winger. But because of my speed and ability to use both feet, some put me right back, them put me left back. And me just work with it.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Back in the past, and no football program today at Chula anyway in the Premier League. Montego Bay, United same way, and Westmoreland same way. Players have still left because different teams like teams up the line because teams are down here. You understand? So nobody now say no team, no player for the national team. I just hear me the area talk and me the come online to make a note the boy he used to go on back in the years.
Yeah.
I just got me there.
All right, so what is your score prediction for the game tomorrow? Let's talk about the Reggae Boys. What are your thoughts on the game tomorrow? What are your score prediction tomorrow?
Jamaica win 3-1.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, I'm forward after I show and forward back 7 o'clock.
Yeah, man. All right then. Yeah, man. All right, Balakar. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, people. So that is what I would work with in terms of starting 11. Like today, remember 7 o'clock this evening, we have a big show with Neo Sovereign. Laws and Insight, looking at the trademark issue. Only call it that. You can't say that today. I'm going to ask if you call and tell you what I'm crazy about. What is he crazy about? What is he crazy about? That is the thing. What is he crazy about? That's what he's going to ask. Yeah, I think we can beat I would say we can beat this. We should not go into this Dominica game thinking we have to win, but I think it's a game we can win. And like I said, I would start Devante, but also I don't have a problem if he's brought on as an impact player, because when I look at his record, his best performances has been coming off the bench for Mount Pleasant. So I'm looking forward to that game. We have about 12 minutes, people, before we close out the program, because like I said, we have one later this evening. So whatever other thoughts you have, I know some of you are saying that, boy, this person. All right, you hear that, people? 2 p.m. Ryan LFC will be on. But I don't think in the football, I don't think there's any issue with Western players getting game anymore. I think the bigger dialogue, and I think even some of that is changing. And this is why I think the success of this U20 team is very important, because it will help to minimize this local overseas conversation. I realize that a lot of it is changing and people are having a greater appreciation, right? And so that is where I think the conversation is going. And the better this U20 team plays, the further they go, is the more the voices of negativity stop. I hope for the JFF's sake they qualify, because honestly, they need some good press. Too much negative is surfacing, lurking around them. It's like vultures of negativity are just swooping around because there is something negative. I also think that the federation don't maximize opportunities. Like the team is doing well, nothing. This is when it's supposed to come out, not just putting up pictures and stuff on the social media, but let somebody come out and have some conversation with the people. I always say this, listen, you don't have to talk to the vloggers. You can talk to mainstream media. Go ahead and talk to them. Go ahead and talk to them. But there needs to be some sort of conversation out of this. We can't, the female team traveling, we don't even know the squad yet. They're headed to Mexico. You understand me? There should be a scheduled press conference that once the team wins that game tomorrow, there's a big press conference from the JFF congratulating them. Big press conference congratulating them, talking to the people about how this will impact. The setup. We don't know the final 23 Calvert. That's what Calvert Barkley, that's what we're waiting on. We want to find out who are the final 23 players. Yeah. Let's not underestimate the Dominican Republic. Since 2001, they have invested heavily in their football program, and they don't have the issues JFF have. Yeah, I think their male team is ahead of the female team. I remember when our senior team were going to play them, there were still these, threat that they would do it, but fortunately we won the game. And I think if we get it together, we should win. And I am believing that maybe the goal is going to propel Zeminis into a better game. Looking forward to that. And I think, for some reason, the kind of space that Christopher Pearson will have, we will see a good game from him. And I think, like I said, if Tyler plays close to Clark, we could do something big. So that is for the quarterfinal games. It's tomorrow at 6 p.m. Jamaica versus the Dominican Republic in U20 quarterfinal action. Right? In U20 quarterfinal action, Jamaica versus the Dominican Republic. Tomorrow, you don't want to miss it. Right? I think is asking who is in the. We have Mexico, USA, and we also have Haiti. Now the top two from this qualifies automatically. The third place team playoff, and fifth place gets a spot, and 60 and the sixth place team has a playoff to go through. So we have many opportunities to qualify with the female team. Where are the goals in the Jamaica team? I think Clark can score. I think Pearson hit a very good free kick. I'd love to see him get a couple more. To see if he can get something. Rudolph says, what chances Dominican Republic has? Is it a must-win for them? Well, it's a must-win for both teams, because remember, it is a quarter-final game. So if you lose, you go home. If you win, you go on to the World Cup. That's it. Easy, like Sunday morning. Yes, people. So we have come to the end of this one. Remember, at 7 p.m. this evening, we have a big one. Ryan LFC also starts at 2 p.m. On his platform today. So you can jump over there and check that out. 2 p.m. sharp. At Ryan LFC, and you know that Coach Minzy runs this program today. He has the track program on Tuesdays, yes. Big up to Unseen Sport Growing Platform. He has the breakfast edition, so every morning he has a breakfast show. So big up Dre Anyweather as well. Formula, normally in the building. You understand me? Listen, I also have to give a big shout out to Military Guna. One of those out there, always, out there on the street, a lot of driving all over the place. You go to the games and things, a lot of people putting in a lot of work. You understand me? Up and downtown, all around. Big up Military Guna. Yeah. Am I leaving out anybody? Talawa TV, always covering the female side of stuff. Yeah, who else? Don't want to miss anyone. Yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah, and I think that is why revenge was sweet. If we are to qualify for the next World Cup, this U20 team has to be the nucleus of the team, along with 2 or 3 of the present side. Yeah. No way. Boy, the Chelsea people them might kill me with info. 137. All right. Chelsea. All right, Chelsea. Yeah. All right, so big up people. Listen, there's a big event at Excelsior. Says sport entertain, I think, a sport entertainment guy says, but the question is this: Jamaica play a really sloppy defense since last time. Besides, Dominican are a really strong team with outstanding defense, with number 10 and number 9 with outstanding goals. Well, Dominica has played 1 game in this, and that is a 5-4 game. So if we were to use that to judge, score a lot of goals against a porous defense and conceded 4, playing with 11 players. That's what I will say. But we'll see. Every team has a chance. That's what it's about. But I have confidence in my Jamaican team. I want to show you what's happening at Excelsior. So if you can show them some love and support at this event that they're having. Man, this has been I Am Sure Sports. Always a pleasure having you in the building with me. Remember, we have a big one coming up later this evening with new sovereign laws and insights. Big up all the mods who help with controlling things in the comment section. Every person who called in, texting, all of that. Want to say a big thank you to you. So as we close, let me share with you what's going on down there at Excelsior High School.
All the way, Ali Copper turn it up all the way, G-Rock say Ali Cup, we go all the way, boom, Ali Cup, August 12 and 13, be there on Excelsior School ground, be there and kick it to them like a ball, after all, it's Ali, the baller, whoa.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New Erdis, the body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, you cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Orchard Race, Galtigo Bay, everywhere. I Am Sure Sports, check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like, yeah, someone on for the food from we young, from we day, you need height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.